Someone's death always puts us in a morbid mood. We keep thinking about our own death, how it affects others, and about the inherent sadness associated with it. But while the trauma with death can never subside, Capsula Mundi is a company that can make your loved ones be harmonious with nature even after death. They have created special burial pods that are quite useful in turning a corpse into a tree. This is no rocket science, as the process is essentially the growth of a tree. The corpse is placed in a burial pod made from a starch plastic, one that is completely biodegradable. Then the burial pod is dropped down deep into the ground and a tree grows over it. The pod breaks down and then the corpse to provide nutrients and minerals to the tree growing over it. In a way, you are returning to nature. And in hindsight, this does look like a noble way to say goodbye to our loved ones. Instead of lines of granite gravestones, we would have luscious forests. Nature in its finest state, and with the current climate crisis, extra trees won't be a problem. The process, yet again, might sound peculiar, but it is perfectly natural. The burial pod breaks down, thereby allowing the body to succumb to the pressures of soil and the worms in it, which will turn it into nutrients. This will allow the trees to use them throughout their roots. The only catch is that the body needs to be moved into the burial pod before or after rigor mortis. As the body is finally placed in the pod, it needs to be seen what plant is placed over it. Herein, the seed or planting is usually something the human has already chosen before. It is their selection that matters at this point, almost similar to buying a coffin. Just that the ensuing emotion isn't that depressing. After all, they are contributing to society. But don't get ahead of yourself, because this hasn't yet arrived on the market. The burial pods still need some work before they can be sold to customers. Till then, Capsula Mundi has brought out the biodegradable urn, which pretty much works the same, except that the urn contains the ashes of those cremated. The process is the same. The urn gets buried deep underground, with the ashes of the deceased, and the tree is grown above it. Over time, the urn breaks down, and the tree gets to absorb the nutrients after the body decays. In a way, the burial pod and the